Constructed in 1969, the Paul Ricard circuit has hosted, among other things, 14 Formula One Grand Prix, 22 Bol d'Or and 12 MotoGPs. Used exclusively for testing between 1999 and 2009, the circuit quickly became the leader in terms of security with asphalt off zones and polyethylene shock-absorbing barriers. This weekend, the VDV drivers have the chance to take on the longest version of this quick, technical and safe circuit. 5,810 kilometres of pleasure for all the competitors here to take on legendary sections such as the Signes Corner, the Mistral Straight or the Bosso double right-hander. An exceptional field for the single-seaters with 31 cars entering the weekend, a championship which never ceases to please, and fond memories of Le Castellet were recalled with the return of David Dreux. The Swiss champion last year is here to take on his potential successors for a single weekend. In qualifying, the surprising Grégoire Saucy bags pole ahead of his compatriot Dreux. The young Belgian Gilles Magnus is on the second row alongside Gilles Heriot. Alex Peroni starts fifth in front of Oscar Arcila. When the lights go off, pole sitter Grégoire Saucy makes the best start and is closely followed by Dreux and Gilles Heriot. Gilles Heriot, who tries to intimidate Dreux at the first chicane, while Alexander Peroni is already up to fourth in the race in front of Magnus and Arcila, who are with the two men battling for fifth place. Up front, Saucy is standing up to Dreux, but it's not easy. He's not used to leading a race. The GSK Grand Prix is finding it tough. Back with Arcila, and ahead of him, Saucy is threatened by Dreux, and Saucy makes a mistake on lap 2. David Dreux is back in his favourite position, first from Gilles Heriot, Peroni, Arcila and Magnus. Very quickly, the Australian Peroni rids himself of Heriot and starts catching the leader. Now the battle between the two men really starts. Handicapped by exhaust problems, the RC Formula driver sees the 27 car of the TS course come on strong. Peroni manages to take control of the race on the fourth lap, just before the turn. The championship leader scores another win ahead of Dreux and Heriot. Fourth goes to the RC Formula driver Arcila in front of the Belgian Magnus. Joy then for Peroni, who consolidates his championship lead. The following day, Dreux started on pole ahead of Magnus and Peroni. Unfortunately for Peroni, a spin pushed him down to fifth, leaving the Swiss in the lead ahead of Heriot and Magnus. A leading trio which stayed unchanged until the checkered flag. Excellent from Dreux, a winner on his return to the discipline ahead of Heriot and young Magnus. The third and final race, and Dreux is on pole ahead of Heriot. The championship favourites endured a tricky second race, a spin for Peroni when running second, and an abandonment for Arcila. 15th on the grid, the Frenchman will have to climb through the field in order to not be penalised in terms of the championship. A great start from Dreux, really going well here, and he leads from young Heriot and Peroni. Peroni doesn't intend to let the RC Formula man get away and immediately tries to overtake Heriot. And that happens on the first lap. Dreux leads from Peroni, Heriot, Magnus and Creed. Arcila is attacking for all his worth and climbs to 6th place behind Irvin Creed. Meanwhile, the battle for second rages. Heriot back in front of Peroni. The Aussie throws everything into it on the final lap, but then messes up. A second win in 3 races then for Dreux, gently reminding everybody that he's the boss in this category. Heriot is second in front of Peroni. In the overall standings, the Australian benefits from Arcila's woes. He's now 47 clear of Heriot and 53 ahead of Arcila.